Sangye che tang so ki chom la chang ju par do da ni kyab sun che ba ki chin so ji pe cho nam ki do la pen jire sangye ro par sangye che tang so ki chom la chang ju par do da ni kyab sun che Bhagi jinsu jibe chonamgi, dola panjira sangye ndo parasho. Sangye chedang tsogi chonamla, chancho pardo dani kyabsunche. Bhagi jinsu jibe chonamgi, dola panjira sangye ndo parasho. Semchen tamche dewa, devi gyudang dembara gyuche. Samjan tamche zungal dang zungal ji gyudang traborai. Samjan tamche zungal mebe dewa dang minda warai. Samjan tamche nirin chadang nidang tra dang nyamla nebara gyuche. Samjan tamche dewa dang devi gyudang dembara Samjan tamche zungal dang zungal ji gyudang traborai. Simchen tamche lunga mepe dewa tang minda wai. Simchen tamche nirin chadang nidang tra tang nyamla nebara gyurji. Simchen tamche dewa devi gyudang dembara gyurji. Simchen tam lunga dang lunga ji gyudang tawara. Simchen tamche lunga mepe dewa tang minda wai. Simchen tamche nirin chadang nidang tra tang nyamla nebara gyurji. Simchen tamche dewa tang devi gyudang dembara. Simchen tamche dungal dang dungal ji gyudang tawara gyurji. Simchen tam dungal mebe dewa tang minda wai. Simchen tamche nirin chadang nidang tra tang nyamla nebara gyurji. Now have English now.
I think we do not. Injike, does anyone have the English text that could lead Mark? Okay, so maybe Mark could lead us in the English.
Yeah.
Yep. We should have this all memorized, but just in case. Because there's two versions at the center, and I mess up all the time. From now until my enlightenment, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. And by the merit created in this practice, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. From now until my enlightenment, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. And by the merit created in this practice, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. From now until enlightenment, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. And by the merit created in this practice, may I attain the state of Buddhahood for the benefit of all sentient beings. May all sentient beings enjoy happiness and its causes. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all sentient beings never be separated from joyful bliss. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free of bias, attachment, and anger. May all sentient beings enjoy happiness and its causes. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all sentient beings never be separated from joyful bliss. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free of bias, attachment, and anger. May all sentient beings enjoy happiness and its causes. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all sentient beings never be separated from joyful bliss. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free of bias, attachment, and anger. This ground, anointed with perfume, strewn with flowers, Mount Meru, encircled by the 4 continents, surmounted by the sun and moon. I visualize this Buddha field and offer it. May all living beings enjoy the Pure Land. Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Kam Niryatayami.
Oh, yeah. Donc, the genius of Tawatum Japan, which is the Kodam Tela. Yeah, Yusun Dindiji Kangal Chimbojita, Nayamji Cap, Dende Kangal Jitala Tamatu, Semba Pusuton and Mandaji, Kazu Tutupji, Any Yawaseta, which is in Remative Yawaseta Chabola, Swatamne, any name the Giala, any Molam gather, she was in nature much higher, Resra. Hello?
Rewa.
Shiragi Kechamuchai Res. Then the Yormuchigita is any Jizunumizuma society, she wouldn't nature more the Sundus. They Yala Dumbadan Deji Sana Pendo Chambu Grisede Kalum Pendus. Then the Galata Yala Dumbade. Jindumi yala dumbade tiginda yomarte lungin jiyore.
Kare yore?
Lungin. Lung oral transmission.
Ola so.
Ola. Tigin yomares. Ola. Tiagi tigin yomares. Jazanda ye ko lungin jiya yinza. Si the Karatingi me Yala Karatingi me Tiji Deshiare, and in the Tijana Mimalatos, Koto Chirchana, and the sea Tanta de Habura. And the Tigi you than the name, sometimes give Maresra. The Tigi Mevaji, Yandondaji, Lavina, Zunjagra.
So now, especially at this particular point in time that we find ourselves in the midst of this worldwide epidemic, it is said that as best we can, we should engage in the practice of Tara, that we should supplicate Tara, we should pray to Tara in order to pacify this epidemic. And so to continually pray and supplicate Tara is actually very, very important. And His Holiness the Dalai Lama himself has said this is very important and holds this is very important. And so not only the practice of Tara, but if we engage in the practice of Tara through the offering of the 7 branches, then this is really extremely beneficial. So we have the processes of receiving oral transmission and then receiving instructions on the words of the scripture, in this case, the 7 branches. So we receive, it's said that actually one should first receive oral transmission from one's spiritual master, but not only that, then receive the instructions so that we understand the meaning of the words and how to apply them. And so Geshe gives the little caveat, please don't place so much emphasis on the person giving these instructions here. I'm not so important, Geshe says. The one instructing isn't the one to place the importance on, but it's the importance on the words and the instructions themselves. Yeah, and as a personal note, that's a expression of being very humble, is what that was.
Nga mambuji njalu nang duwasi. Ta tumba 템베다 보인 뭐 좀 된데 있다 좀 된데 생활 잘롱나야다 셰럽기 라임에 지든 잠배야기 생활 잘롱나야다 니제 라임에 제리지 이거 많이 이거 좀 잘롱난 것도 왔어 아니 투톱경하다 차나도지 야와 탐색이 니밤 투톱로와 근데 인자 차나도지 잘롱다 아니 다도스제네니 우리 사기니 봉구르르 무지 생나 답에 니미들라 시다 그 너바다에라 펜더 인자 반장구르인 잘롱나야다 아니 야와 탐색이 칠레기 라수 지든 르마 인자 지든 르면 잘롱두스니 양양도 난기도 왔어 어다페
야워르부체.
여름부치기 그게 처음에 맨날 여름부치 되는데 양양도 난도 말했어 제가 지든 드라마 생인데 답에 시부지 에 뉴바첨보 투톱첨보 아니 지 뭐네 당부 투게되네 아니 너는 상기 빠도매 베티네 투게 아니 투게되네다 투게다 샘게야
Hola, so
샘게되네 아니 배 몰라 mamang tas kapapa dumle bengarona ani jidun dama ke tamja karena yorjana kepitenla sangjengin pe mangudus pumetenla sangjengin junimindu nga pumetenla ni pe nyamlinjini pumetenla sangjegin zer ani duschene tamjanze tuke ani pumetenla sangjengin tendita pe chinliki ranzuji chadi yores
la so geshe bumeten sana
pumeten zene Pomme lui là.
oh la so bumeten
No, pomme zeno pomme lui là sangeng pe tanda por de jung mindos. Ne pomme lui là ne sangeng. Anda tos chenen tu ke ne pomme ten la sangeng teni gita ni pachmu chadi ores. Teni inja jun doma sawatna ni se gita chik tile tu nyuri ores.
So amongst all of the different mantras that can be recited, can be practiced and accumulated, there are actually many various mantras that one can practice. The Buddha Shakyamuni has actually, the great conqueror Buddha Shakyamuni has set forth many of these. There is the great powerful Buddha Shakyamuni, the mantra of Shakyamuni. There is the mantra of the great mantra of wisdom of Manjushri, the mantra of the great compassionate Lord Avalokiteshvara, Chenrezig, the Lord of great compassion, the Lord of powerful might, Vajrapani, who really is powerful over all. And then there is the mantra of Guru Rinpoche. And the mantra of Guru Rinpoche that is said to be especially the recitation of the Guru Rinpoche mantra is said to be especially helpful at the degenerate times that we find ourselves in. And yet it is Tara who is the embodiment of all of these others combined. She is the very epitome of all of this great compassion and wisdom and power. And actually, if this were not the case, then His Holiness wouldn't again and again and again advise us to and guide us to doing the practice of Tara. And so Tara is extremely powerful, is extremely capable. And so this practice is very special because actually Tara came to be an enlightened Buddha upon generating the mind, the enlightened mind of bodhicitta, and saying that I will take the female form, in my enlightened form, I will be a female Buddha. in order to benefit sentient beings. And so this was her pledge. And now this is actually the first female Buddha that we have, the first female enlightened Buddha that we have here to practice. And so really great, great power. If we supplicate, Tara, actually the enlightened activity that can be evoked and performed is really quite incredible. Kare, Dead Shua, Geshe, I need to put headphones. I don't hear. Okay, one moment.
Yeah.
Okay, lasso. Dene Jetson Roma ki pepcho.
Jizundama maybe Sajada Yomares. Yina Maranzo Tamarve, Lena Madagalan, Jelgime Inza, Chenden de Chigina, Dum de Wodaji Yunguare, Lola Char de Buyunguare. Maranz Tichi de Gala, Jizundumi, any Tanda di Magi. Malangi Shologa Nite, Chidane Chendensi the Pem, Dramida Mambuare.
Oh, lasso.
Yinayang Age Mangata Zamoza de Ngama, Chumden de Jaljube Kabla. Mangata Zamoza de Tape, Yagari Kapuchi Semure. Kong Jizun Duminam Judoa, Mangata Zamo.
Manka di
Mangada. Yul Mangada Zelsa Tung.
Oh, Yul Manka.
Tenla Zamo Sungar, Mangata Zamo.
Zamo. Gyalpogi
Yabugi Pomore.
Bumore.
Pomore Pomo, Yabu Pomo, Semola Droa.
Oh, lasso.
Dini Kongi Sunsha Gyota, Sholokaji, Chinlep Chinjiri. Chazan.
Bumodi.
Bumodi, ta Jindromag Tubari.
Oh, lasso.
Jindromag Tuba.
Oh, lasso.
Ta Piti any Jabuki Samointa, Jabuchi Vichita, Nama Longroa. Nama Londigala, Mutiki, Jabuchi, Nama Longre. Mangata Zamo. Mutiki Jabuki Nama Londigala ni Jabota Yapi Jabote Nampa Inza, Muti Bala Nama Tangi Mandore. And it's Chumden de la Gonejuri.
Oh, lasso again, Ladi, Serpo, and Gotsu Mason.
Yap Jabu Yorwa. Yap Jabuta Namparawa. Pumu Nampu Pumur Chadiora.
Lasso.
Muti Jabu Muti Bala Nama Tangi Mandore.
Oh, lasso.
Nama Tangi Mandoche.
Nampa Mare.
Pagi Nama Lengende Namba Mar Muti Parawa.
No take pare.
What the Teli Zeta Tangi Mara, any Chumden de Gonejuri. Any Diniji Nama Longen those.
Long
or Nama tones like those. Nama Kingi Dute, any co Mutipare, any town and degree Mares at the Chumden de Ligure. Any ton that and degree, any Maupana Kopach Pentochumbo or S. Sune, Chumden de.
Oh,
Any Pagi Mutipe Tape Nana Nama Town, any Mutipe dinner to the Galata, pay Manga the Yul Mangadani. Nama Chasa the Pay, Taring Buchadi, Jar Jatin Taring Buchi. Any Jatin Taring Bu in the Gala, people the Yurtana, young.
Okay. Lasso did Tanda Parto di Drong and pay Yapocoma song and di Drong di Yapo and Coma.
Did you get the Abora, Tamgide?
Lasso.
See the Sungen de Jizindremaganum to race.
Lasso diserpoto.
Yul Mangata Zelsa, any Japochi Pomores.
Lasso diserpoto.
Any Tap Pomuchimbo Chasona, Nama Longroa.
Namasena?
Namasene Karzlagareta. Nama 창사기 그러와 자자
Mhm.
창사기
Olaso.
그러와
Olaso.
창사기 뒤가 다 디바이나 부도 부문디 손나 디그어라 같이 그 말아
Really.
이샤에는 되는 말아
Mhm.
에 파마 같이 디네니 창사기 그러와
Olaso.
아니 무디기 야보디기 다 미산 첨부 야부 부모지마다 링 말아 무디비 야보이나
Mhm.
아니 낭비 야부 부모디 롱래 당로지
Oh. Olaso.
아니 무디 야베 망가다 장메 얍되게 다 거기네 무디 바 인산 당인 만로래
Olaso.
Tani
Kelanyo
mandole-
mare. Kelanyo mare.
켈레니 만로제 아니 좀 된데 잘 주여로 아티디
Olaso. Olaso.
아니 좀 된데 라까지티래
Olaso.
네 보모 된디질라 나마 롱두스
Olaso.
아니 땅나 디그레 디그 마레스
Olaso.
아니 좀 된데 또 쿠무티바다 레데 땅나 마음반에 펜다 첨부 용 그래 당셔서 까난 그래
Olaso. Olaso. Okay.
버디
These are
버디
both-
기르다 버디
Olaso.
버디 기르다 땡이양
Mhm. And so actually, when we speak about Arya Tara, there's really no place that Arya Tara does not pervade, that no place that Arya Tara cannot go. Actually, she is ready in an instant to be anywhere that she is needed. But we have not yet met Arya Tara as we are ordinary beings. So in order to make that connection, then we do a formal invocation or invitation to Arya Tara, where we invoke her presence so that we can come to behold Arya Tara. And although there are many different verses of inviting or invoking Arya Tara, in this particular one that we have here, it is very simple, it is very short. There are just a couple of lines that we will use to supplicate in the invocation. And actually, in one of the lines is a very, very precious line of verse, because there's actually some background history to this. And Geshe has the background on this history, and we start this history and this background with a story. So long, long ago, in a place called Disachagning
망가다 율 망가다
Yulmangada is
Oh.
called Mangada. There's a place called Mangada where there was a regent, where there was a king who had a daughter. And the daughter was said to be an emanation of Tara. And so as the girl grew, she came of age, and a non-Buddhist came to propose and request her hand in marriage. And the father thought that, the king thought, well, perhaps this would not be correct, because the one asking for her hand in marriage is non-Buddhist. But he wasn't sure. Now, at this time, actually, this was the time when the Buddha Shakyamuni was alive. And so this great king went to the Buddha Shakyamuni, and he said that my daughter, this non-Buddhist has asked for my daughter's hand in marriage. What would your advice be? And the Buddha said there would be much benefit in the future if he does marry your daughter. And that's where we left off on the story.
아니 도시에네 다 점된데 까나 인산다 야부 땅님 만들어놨다 율 타는 거지 진이 율 타오는 거 진이 무태기 대인데 다 점된데 고바 전부에 땅서서 까남디가라 아니 파땅래 땅디가라 거기 야부된 무디베 야부된 최대 전부
Chide Temple?
최대 전부
Chide
그래
Temple.
때바이인데
Oh, Chide Temple. Oh,
무디 비철라페 때바 연내긴 jordan 덴디 인디가라 무디 베선바데 뒤뒤라 덴덴주 나니 초바불 선임불다 딴디 지겨래
Hola, so again, Lagonda, ani di Chide Temple, kendi di Gyalpore di Mutakpare.
야보
Gyalpore.
무디 비 야보데
Hola, so. Ani
Hindi,
pul kendi Mutakpare.
어 아니 코랑기 덤발라 빼 뒤뒤라 덤바다 근 코르다 제바 무디베 덤바다 사두들 몽보여라 와 되는 주되는 초바 불거래
Gyalpola.
야부기 불거래 무디베 덤발라
Mutakbi
무디베
mutakbe
덤바여라 와 무디베 덤바여라 와 어디들 불거래
olaso.
빼 양도 불거래 되네
Uh-huh.
에 니마지 망가다 자무기 다 하기 야부들 주래 엔 그럼 남이나 덤발라도 수수 줄루기 덤발라도 시전에 소념불 소화불 딘데데 대빠지기 어레스 마 낭파레스
Oh, susungare?
망가다 자무기
Mutakpade.
말에 무다베 낭미기 불거러 왔던데 초바 망부 불거러 와 그런 덤바 주네 남아오 저는 망가자 자무 차대로
Olaso.
낭비 부모 차대로
Uh-huh.
낭비 부모기 딱하나 마빠기 바바데 야보르 되어라
Uh-huh.
교게 바바데 야보르 되어라
Really?
야보들라니 거의 주래 아니 그 당랑 낭니 점바데 무디 버덤바레스 야니는 되네 지금 와서 쳐봐 불는데 지가레스
Lasso.
이마치
Tompala.
아
Gyalpola.
야보라 무디 비 야보들 주래
Mm-hmm.
아니 이마치 네 점바들라 아니 베 되네 주네 쳐봐지 불나 디그리 베스 주래
Mm-hmm. Tumpasena Sangye.
tomba muti pe tomba
Mat.
tomba sangi o
Oh,
manga da zamu ki tomba de nangpa sangi pe tomba de ro
Uh-huh.
tomba shake tuba
Lasso.
tomba shake tuba den jine choba ji pulne digre beze muti tomba yapo de jure
Oh, lasso.
ani digre es keran rona chopumere yensen juga kandesin rugure tharing bore roni rodu mares ani pulnaga pen digre es labre
Mm-hmm.
아니 근데 만도가 말했던 솔로 때문에 좀바 패용 그래서 라래
Soon nga droge mare. Di Gyalpo mutakpa.
에 말에 망가다 장모 봄모데
Zango. Oh, lasso.
걔랑 봄모로 왔어
Mm-hmm.
다른 머리 견 좀바 주간 로투부 말고 왔어
Mm-hmm.
아니 네 좀바 주간 로고 말은 인디니 솔로 때문에 좀바 패용 거를 좀바 킹그리 했지 망가다 장모 띠주래
Oh, lasso.
엔든 디그리에서 캘렌제 바래
Su kelem chepare.
에 무디기 좀베 빠바데 무디기 야비 빠바데 코라 마페 빠바여라 야포로와
Uh-huh.
어디기 캘린체 바래 디그레스
Lasso.
어디 버디기다
The Sangye
상기 펜나
Sumden
디그레스
Lasso. Mm-hmm. And so, because the Buddha had advised him to give away his daughter in marriage, he accepted that, even though he understood that she would be going very far away. But as the Buddha had advised him to do so, then he agreed, consented to do that. And so he did. He sent her away, and off they went. And the king had great trust and faith in the Dharma. He was a very devout Buddhist. He really had great trust and belief in the Buddha. And as it was the custom to make offerings to the family of the one that you were to be wed, that had consented to give away their daughter, then this non-Buddhist, the husband-to-be, made many offerings actually to the king, made many offerings to the king. He understood that it was meritorious, and he made offerings. And then at one point, he had the thought that he actually would like to make offerings directly to the Buddha. And so he went to the king, his bride-to-be's father, and spoke about this and said that, would this be okay if we also make offerings to the Buddha? And so the father consented to that as well. But then the husband-to-be said to the king's daughter, you are a lady, and it is a very far and difficult trip, and it would be very difficult for you. And she said, I don't need to go. So she said, I can stay here. And so the way the story ends off here is it is now the king and his soon-to-be son-in-law that decide to go to the Buddha and make offerings to the Buddha.
That Tindi Nicola, Tini Conso, Tini degrees a letter, that Taricheri. Rawa. Tarichita, Kuram Mapadan, Mape Pavatu, Mudi Bacha de Roa. Chirolpa. Chirolpa Shai de Gala Tape, Nambe Tumbala, Tendita Patayo Marwa. But that Tindi Nicola, Tini Conso Tarichi de Gala, all a pay. Medane. Then they gonna talk up. Any gelato pita pose. Any make it that see now all the Zachoje, the Tendici Tadijevare. Any Tendici any Mangata Zamo Hakumachuchi, Tendici Tadije, any pay Mangata Zaman Paltana pay, Fitapo Indo Hopache diara. Any Pungiape, Togape. Any Fujike, Togapene, any Tumbade Tumbachola, any bay Jalchone, Malisimjim Gunjin Gunjuchi, Zizi Funji, Mizen Jonzella, Wena Mali, Yampa Kingube, Jumden Korjin in the Shesu Souls of the Sidi, Mangata Zamu, or the Tisure.
Lasso Susumore, the
Mangata Zamu. Magata Zamu Tandagab, Nambi Gabu Pumuji Roa.
Really? You know, Morang ani Gonda Kigeshila, Niechena di Tarimpo, your son Morang Pepio Mare.
Morang Rogo Marwa. Jumden de Tape, Tarimbun Sawate, Jumden de Kenneroa. Sawate we are seated. Malu Simjin Gunjin Gunjuchi, Zizi Punji Mizen Jonzella. When a Maliampa Kingurbe, Jumden Korjin in the Shesu Sol, Jenden seated.
Lasso diserpodo yenang ani atsik denso susongbare.
Mangata Zamu.
Oh, ani nang ne.
Oh,
Orangi nang
that
ne.
compet Togason, Fujiki, Togason, and Jumden de La Jalchorne, or the Soa that didn't Jumden de Kenny, Zuzu pay on it.
Oh, Lasso dine bumo diki chomden tumpala. Tumpa Chendrang.
Oh, tendency the other day.
Oh, Lasso.
She didn't remember Mangata Zamasure.
Oh, Lasso. Okay. And so, as they were off to make offerings to ani koso pena morangi kyogadang hala ani di tompa majangona.
Majangona the conso tomba tepatism yomarwa. The Pamainza, Tumba Jusa de la Ola Medang. Run it talk up, any Jusa be young Maltana be Ninji was it. Yola Metasha.
Oh,
Medana seen Mother Zaya Tontala.
Lasso, dine dedu morangi kyogadang pala di tompagi sala
Hapoyamare.
Oh,
Lasso.
Oh, Lasso.
Any DJ any more tape Combetogas on the Soate DJ Digalani to Kalatus Bay, Gelato Tari Yabu Shuche.
Oh, Lasso.
Gelato Tari Yabuche. Any Chidani owning Jumden the Koran to Tambana in Ingira Sunday. Then the Chidala, Jumden the Kembar came the Segoji do Sudamigala, compared methods of Ranchi Shinim, Megan Chason. Jumden the pay on the gala, pen in the Segoji of those Chidigala, methods of she and a DJ any. Uniconto Mangata Zame. Choga Pavata Shira, Nambal Tepa Shivul Turi. In the Tonkerchas on Namba Jursore.
Lasso, oh, Lasso, the Solwat the Chandrangit sick day, ani Songpe Jela, the ne Chomden
de
Payore.
Oh, Pedere.
Ah, Lasso.
Zutugi Pesore.
Oh, Lasso.
Payone, Pa Levedan, that the Kondo Metan, all the Metan Shera. Can them making a sheen Jalekan Gurson.
Oh, Lasso.
Indigi June.
Lasso. Ani dedu Geshe la Morangi Kyogadang Pala ani Shuyorebe. Morang Chipo.
교가다 봐봐 강가주 열와 아니
Hola.
남배 덤발에 시부지 대파케라 다 주줄 만다 연대 만다 통으로 와.
Okay. And so as they were going to travel and make offerings to the Buddha, then many preparations needed to be made. And so as the father, even though the son-in-law was non-Buddhist, they were now family. And as they were family, they prepared together really amazing, wonderful, perfect offerings to offer to the Buddha. And so they arranged them all so beautifully together, and then made a actually upstairs made really beautiful offerings of food, and then they made a fire, and from the daughter, the bride, she then spoke these words, and these were the words of the invocation. And I'll do my best without having them ahead of time to translate them here from what Mark told me earlier. So Malu Semchin.
Diane?
Yes.
Look at your chat. I'm going to send the English to you.
Oh, okay. So Malu Semchin Kungi Gun Jorchik. So the Lord, yeah, it's very hard, I'm sorry, without the Tibetan in front of me.
I'm going to see if I can send the Tibetan real quick.
I can share I could share this.
Okay, if you can share it for a moment, that would be great. Maybe that's the best way, everyone.
Actually, Jason?
Yeah.
Jason, can you make me the presenter so that I can just show her what's on my screen?
I have it right here, Mark.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's
Oh,
very
good.
easy. Maybe all of you already have this in front of you. So thank you. So these were the words that she spoke. God, destroyer of inexhaustible armies of hordes of demons, a protector for each and every sentient being, perfectly knowing every single thing that is, Bhagawans and your retinues, please come here to this place. And so, so she spoke these words, and remember that both she and her father had immense devotion to the Dharma, incredible devotion to the Dharma. And in an instant, then the Buddha actually appeared before them. And the fire became the great celestial palace of the Buddha, actually. It is through the connection of their great faith to the Dharma and the omniscient wisdom that heard those profound words of supplication that the Buddha then actually appeared. The emanation of the Buddha appeared before them. And so they were, really quite amazed. But, right before them, they didn't have to go anywhere. The Buddha appeared right before them in that faraway place. They had not yet made the journey. Mm-hmm. And as those particular words were spoken by an emanation of Tara, those that invocation of words of invocation were spoken directly by an emanation of Tara, they're really considered to be very holy and sacred. Oh, lasso.
수수 저만 눈라 살다 누스는 빼 미스베 야보 레스로와 아니 이 살다 데이터 랑라 아니 빼 타녀부 라 누스는 미 민점 카도 라 승기기 답티요네 자비에 그냥 여금 된게 지준 정말 장구 간데 지준도 때나진지 살다비야 빼 미스베 개침 버레스
Okay. La so senge, Geshe-la? Senge.
다 뱀만 니말 나외 된지나 디고래.
Oh, la so ani senge gi tri dang nima.
생기기 답이지. 대가나 뱀만 니말 나외 된지 두스지네.
Okay, pema nima. Uh-huh. And so thank you for putting that back up, because we have the second section, the second two lines that say, from your supreme abode, the potala arising from a green syllable tam, Amitabha adorning your crown, Tara and your entourage, please come to us. And so Geshe-la says he doesn't know the origin of these lines here, the second section, but however, whoever they are attributed to, whoever did write them, they're very excellent. They're really incredibly excellent and profound words of invitation, and a way for us to supplicate Tara. And so, as we saw with the story, although, the Buddha was far away, the supplication brought him immediately to the space before those that were supplicating him. And in the same way, we say these words of supplication, inviting the emanation of Tara, of green Tara, to come to the space before us at the point between the eyebrows, one arm's length in front of one, and we invite Tara to be seated on a lotus sun and moon that is in top of a lion throne. And we invoke green Tara with these very profound lines.
루시네 이준르마 살때 되네 다 이준르마라 연라 딩고네 서와때 보라 연라 딩 시디가라 다 당보데 차차를 연라 딩고래 다 연라 딩 슈지 다 아주 그때 제가 왔지나 연라도 근든단 대회고네 가 왔지 봐이나 그렇게 첨부한 거래 배 편도 첨부하래 Tindi indigala yarmuche yala dindegone jizundume ane be zunga changser sungdoa. That means we get chambores.
And so we supplicate her thus, and we supplicate her with the 7 branches. And within the 7 branches of supplication, there is the first branch, which is the branch of prostration. We come to that first, but just backtracking, we should know that whatever good deed it is, whatever practice we do, whatever virtuous activity we are going to undertake, if we do so from within the 7 branches, it's said to be extraordinary practice, an extraordinary amount of merit. And actually, His Holiness the Dalai Lama is saying that again and again, and saying that we should practice Tara, and we should practice Tara from within the 7-limb prayer, or the 7 branches of supplication to Tara.
시딘들이 차차위 시디 지진 판만 로마당 초지 뒤수 유바이 야와스제 담절라 군에다베 차기 오세 다 진 판만 로마스기도 다 초지 뒤숨 주바이즈 초주즈데가라 다 미세 요마라 사오니 초지 참지 당오니 주들와 디네 주베 다 뒤숨 주바이 뒤숨 상기 yawa sedan cheba zede, yawa zede, la sangi zede, sedan cheba zede, janju seba, ninte rangyal ta, tamche tsuyung gore. Guni tabi cha yo sita, cha de la, eni, lui ki cha, nga ki cha, I ki cha zede, ta du sini, shere.
Mhm. So we start the first line of the seven limb prayer to Arya Tara, where Geshe La has just read in the Tibetan. And as a note, as I'm reading this along, I don't know, I'm not reading what I have in front of me on the screen, but I can tell you the text that I printed out. I don't know if it's my computer or, okay, so this Tibetan looks okay. Yeah, okay, so the Tibetan looks okay. Somehow my Tibetan came out wrong. Where it says, respectfully I prostrate to Arya Tara and all the victorious and their sons residing in the 10 directions and the 3 times. So we start out with the object of our supplication, Arya Tara. And then it says, all of the victorious and their sons. So victorious, or Gyalwa in Tibetan, this means the Buddha. And their sons, actually in Tibetan, so this can also be translated as heirs, spiritual, like offspring. What this means is the Bodhisattvas. Residing in the 10 directions, this means the 4 cardinal and the 4 intermediate, along with above and below these directions, these 10 directions and the 3 times. To all of you objects of I sincerely or respectfully, as it says here. We could also say sincerely prostrate. I make prostration. And here it says, I make prostration. And what this means is I bow down. I make prostration with my body, speech, and mind. So I prostrate through my 3 doors.
Lui ki cha, nga ki cha, I ki cha zile sum yuwe nani, ta nga ki ta tsin dunya zile. Cha cha ki si chi yorwa, yin dunya de, si ta po, sal po, tepa da chini du sun dunya de, nga ki cha chi. I ki rapu tani tepa yuwe kone, ni pe ngundi ki tepa, tangwe tepa, ichi ki tepa, tepa namba sundal deme kone, che de, I rapu tangwa de, I ki cha re. Ta lui ki cha de la, ta rinpa mambu yung go re. Ta kyang cha da kum cha nyin si, tangpo de. Ta lui dus chene, ta kum cha si di gala, langa sa la re pa la re. Langa sa si di gala, la pa nyi, pimu nyi, rawa, di nga da sa la re di cha se de, kum cha la go re. 다 디니 경차즈데 동부터 게위 차스데 사 리탐제 살아래 비차 리탐제 파 경니 거저 링링 경해야 되래 다 경차데 되리.
So we have the prostration of the 3 doors. I prostrate through my body, speech, and mind. And so a prostration through speech is when we are reciting the mantra. And so when we are reciting the mantra, we should take care to recite the words of the mantra properly, clearly, correctly. So this would be prostration through speech. Prostration through mind is when we are doing a prostration while fervently holding intense faith. The 3 faiths, the intense, the clear faith, the longing faith, and the aspiring faith. We should hold these so strongly in our mind as we prostrate. And then there are different physical forms of prostration. So that was with the body and speech. And as far as I'm sorry, it was with the speech and mind. As far as the physical or prostration through the door of the body, there are a couple of different styles or traditions of prostration. There is what is called like the 5-point prostration, or what we might call a half prostration. This is when we raise our hands, but when we go to the ground, actually we're touching our 2 hands to the ground, our 2 knees to the ground, and our forehead to the ground. So there are 5 points that are touching the ground, and this is one style of prostration. And then there is what is called a full prostration, and that is when we fully stretch out. So we do the same with our hands, but we fully stretch out so that the entire trunk of all of the body actually is fully extended and stretched out in a full extension. And that's the second kind of a prostration. So with these 3, we have the prostration of body, speech, and mind together.
경자대 차례이나 손음체사그예라래. 가제 루인 가제 잡는데 시 줄디 트라나냠베 손음체사그예서 순고래. 이배 손음체보사고래.
And actually it's said that when we do a full prostration, it's really especially meritorious. Actually, whatever percentage of our body we can extend and offer down, surrender to the ground, actually to that extent, we are receiving merit. So the more that we can completely prostrate our body, surrender our body in prostration, then the more meritorious. So it is taught.
kumjatana dusjede trawada di pimode dusjede dundije degala sashida kugumara kyancha sita satu sijede se dulda tangim da se dulta tramme be duli aratinala
Dul
zufi ala se dulzena particle
oh la so dul trangi dul
oh dultenge dul sala dulten mangu yorwa ta su zufi ala dulten kaje ina te da tangim be sonam sadikala se kyancha dala sonam ma sagdo as
what it is. So if we can think of our body possessing the physical matter of particles, of atoms that it is made up of, as many, and as the ground itself is, as many of our physical atoms, our particles, our physical, raw material that we can get connected to the ground, it is said that is incredibly virtuous, meritorious. And if we think about when we're doing the 5-point prostration, how much more limited of our actual physical space are we connecting with the ground? It's much less.
차 철줄들라 다 도스 라파데 도스 제거레스 누르비 치 누르부제야데 zugutsengore 난 코바 동바 멤버전 대부분이도 스제데 동바 망고지 르거와 대부분이도 주네 동바 망고지 르거데 난또 또스 코동 레바데 추구청거래 난 또스 도스제데 추구청 치 누르비에데 zugu청 추구 하는 할모자르단 도스제바다 추구군이 손댄데 때래.
And so there's some symbolism too that we should know about the way that we place our hands. And I'll try, Geshe La is going to show us. Okay, so first of all, we're making a shape with our hands. You can see the fingers are touching, the thumbs are tucked in a little bit. The actual shape of this is like a lotus bud, like a lotus flower bud. And this like outer shape, the outer shape of symbolizes or is symbolic of the form kaya, the nirmana kaya. And when you touch your fingers and your hand is like this, maybe Geshe La can show us his hands, you can see that there's empty, like there is actually an inner capsule now. There's some space in the capsule. And this is symbolic of the Dharmakaya. So when you place your hands like this symbolizes both the Nirmanakaya and the Dharmakaya.
어때들이 낭 또서 고통여바데 주구천재 치 누르비 임바데 주구천재 어다 두스제 다 렉사데 두스제데 제데 두스제데 양니 숨 양니 지 대강라이난디 거래 다 숨레드가라 자와 다 지주 들어와 지주데 직제 되니 숨 차양 두비야데 니제 투가 두비야 후숨 투숨들에
라서 디섬 디섬
다 숨자나 두스제네 후숨 투숨데 천제네 야 지자양 요래 지자두가라 구주tor 두비야 주tor당 주구 두비야 가르다 주러와 주tor다 주tor다 쭉 가셔지 차대요래 샘페 멍베나네 주tor다 쭉 가같이 차대요래 된지가라 멍바나 상기드가라 주tor 두비야 선대 대다 군이 니가 냠도 삼다 되니 네가 또대 따와라 조부들이요래 조부 부딘 조부디 안투 카가지요래 인디가는 조부디 투비아 디삼다
라서
되니 네가 레데 숭차야랑 레디요라
데 야마나 데 데슬라
데 디거래 데 숭든 림바캅두라 숭디지 투가가라 투도지 투비아로와 어따디 두스네 지체레다 고가나 케드가라 주구 구투비아다나 가르사 구투비아다나 주tor 니가 삼당고 고아래
라서 디 쿠당 수초
주tor 니가 삼당 니가는 조부투비아 삼당 데닌 숭창에 투비아 삼당 두스네 투 삼다나 양 상기 천사는 쭉 가셔 숨데 양대 되는 쭉 연구하래 소남사에 개발지 연구하래
And so so again, when we place our hands, just in the hand gesture itself symbolizes the Nirmanakaya and the Dharmakaya, because there is like the outer capsule and then what is open inside of that capsule. And so again, we have the Nirmanakaya and the Dharmakaya that we that is symbolic of and that we bring to mind as we're prostrating. And there are two different kind of styles or ways of prostration also that you can do in terms of the hand placement, where you put those hands. There's either the 3 points that you meet or the 4 points that you meet. When you're meeting the 3 points, doing the 3-point, we'll call it the 3-point prostration, this is when you touch on the crown of the head, at the throat center, and at the heart center. So those 3. And when we do the 4, we add we do the top of the head, or we'll call it the crown, the forehead, the throat, and the heart center. And what we should be thinking about as we're prostrating actually comes within the teachings of the major and minor marks of the Buddha. And so the major and minor marks of the Buddha are actually something that take a great deal of meritorious, virtuous actions, and particular actions, in order to make them manifest as marks and signs. And so we enter into our prostration in a way that we can be gaining the merit also for the future manifestation for ourselves of these really exalted marks and signs of an enlightened being. So as our hands are on the crown, then we are remembering the crown protuberance of the Buddha, so that little like kind of knob that's on the top of the head of the Buddha that is said to take an exceptional amount of merit to be able to manifest. And so we think about two things here actually, the form of the Buddha and in particular, the crown protuberance. And as we then come to the, okay, and the forehead, then there is like the little like hair that, right, is like a curly hair that is one of the special marks of the Buddha that is right between the eyebrows. And again, we think about the causes, the exceptional virtue that it takes to create and to manifest that really exalted mark. And then we are actually, ourselves are accumulating the cause for our own manifestation of that special mark, exalted mark. Then at the throat, we have the exalted or enlightened speech of a Buddha and the enlightened mind. So those are the four, at the crown, forehead, throat center, and heart center. And again, this is for us to recall the really exalted signs of an enlightened being. And if we think with the thought as we're doing this, that I am now enacting the actions that are accomplishing the capability of myself, then accomplishing these exalted marks and signs of an enlightened being, of a Buddha. And the thought itself is extremely powerful. So there's also another form of placing the hands when everything is flat, just, there's no space. This is very much in, the Indian tradition or non-Buddhist traditions often will use this kind of like hands together. So also, Geshe says, although it is definitely a way of offering greeting and respect, it's also a way of, at this point, not, reaching out to touch hands and contract, germs from someone else. You're extending that greeting and respect, but you're like also observing cleanliness, hygiene. And so knowing this, we now know that we can go forth, and when we have our spiritual teachers, our guru, our root lama, then we prostrate to them with our hands like this, with the lotus bud and with the first style that we were talking about. We show our reverence like this to our exalted spiritual teachers and gurus. When we meet someone else on the street, someone else that we would like to show and greet and pay our respect to, and then we can greet them like this. And we reserve this especially for our Dharma teachers, our spiritual, like someone who's very exalted and venerated to us spiritually. We would definitely use our hands like this, because this is really has incredible symbolism to this, symbolic meaning. So it holds symbolic meaning, really extraordinary. So very uncommon and extraordinary symbolic meaning. So we offer this to our teachers and our gurus.
차 때 가르기 년보래스네 말결기 년보래. 차 잡아이나 말결도 차 거래.
And also, we should know that when we're doing, and so one part that I also forgot, just that I remembered in the last section, whenever we are prostrating to any of our objects of refuge as well, we use our hands like this. Now, when it comes to prostration, for the person who's doing the prostrations, this also acts as the, like kind of the remedial action for one of the negative mental states, which is pride. And so it is said that prostration is the antidote to pride.
자서 말결 요디가라 미전라 구바 지금 말와. 말결 맹에 미지기 여름에 지다 미강가 니네는 게도. 말결 신디 뱀미시바 두자래. 차차 거저 채미는 차차리다가 맞아 개길 사이길 미는 말결 지금 말와. 말결 기디가 또서 도와. 어다 때 인디가라 뱀미시바 말결 님보 연면하다 차래.
So it's a really very powerful way to help our pride, any kind of, inflated sense of self diminished when we're prostrating to someone else. Because when we're prostrating and showing our reverence to someone else, like if we were all full of ourselves, we wouldn't be in the mindset that would do this, offer this to someone else. When we offer this gesture to someone else, this is a point of putting them, really elevating them automatically. This reduces our pride. And you'll see that, His Holiness the Dalai Lama, he's doing this to everyone he meets. He really surrenders himself to and really venerates them, all people. And actually, so pride is something that is really very, very negative. And this prostration decreases our pride. And so how is it that we could ever be prideful when we are laying ourselves down in prostration, for example, to the three jewels?
어다 릭시 네디 숨야 지 하고 성하세 이제베는 약속요래 가르지 우말 린젠 타웨는 요래 아니 주토르단 직 조부단이 송상한 숨데 쭉 카쇼데스 천상부 숨주성이 배제정부 개진하나 쭉 카가 숨데스
Oh, laso. Kalikashure.
sonam lap chambu sadamata te tugu marisi gore. Tape sonam giche tutor tubia sonam che, nin zofu tubia sonam che, sung changya tubia sonam che te umarinji tawe na salpu sungore kyonzo lota.
Oh, laso. And so we've spoken about those 3 or 4 ways of doing prostrations, right? You'll see people doing them in either the 3 or the 4-fold prostration. And actually the touching the 4 points is said to be the superior form. It is really said to be the best, the most meritorious. And in terms of when we talk about the major and minor marks of the Buddha, the 32, the 80 and 32 major and minor marks of the Buddha, the three marks or signs that an exalted, enlightened being will be marked with, the 3 hardest to manifest are the first 3 in the prostration: the crown protuberance, the hair that is in between the eyebrows, that actually I think when it's extended it just like is so long, and then the enlightened speech, or the speech these Geshe la di zuktor dang minsam di disabudo di pen di sungsaya
숭상에 양 상기기 숭기틀리 답에 만다지 연구로와
laso pena di dra what is it, drukchu
숭양이라 주주 대소리
like the okay.
그래서 좀 가보래.
And so we have, again, the crown protuberance, the hair between the eyes, and the enlightened speech of the Buddha, that among one of the qualities of speech of the Buddha is that it has the 60 different melodies, but there's many aspects of enlightened speech. Among all, if we add the 80, the 80 and 32, of all of them, the hardest to manifest is those three. They take an incredible amount of merit, incredible amount of good deed, merit, virtuous action for the first, and then for the second, for the third, for all of these, an incredible amount of merit. So again, engaging in the full fourfold prostration is more meritorious.
다 차 수면안에 이기차대 휘탁초대 이기차대 이기차대 휘다부 중에나 리기차다 나기차니 주마차그 말에 휘다부 차그래.
So lasso.
개체쇼대 이기차대. 그마다 이 닌다민데된 리 넘길 닌저보지디 차순로만로 지리 용거와. 아니 시니 산이 미den구된데네 칸이 차서 티 닌저보지 들어와. 이니 이르락도 당하지 이니 배 당마야고지나 되니 류가기 차도 주만 누구 말에 배비다 보이 차그래. 시고게 쳔버 그때나 셈데 니 링기 셈네 취재는 남과 상기비 취재 상기 이러면 되들이 셈기 취재야 돼. 차이는 이기 차디 자 최초께 최초 차디요.
And so we have the prostration, by which it's not simply a verbal thing or a physical thing or a mental thing alone. We actually are engaging all three. But of the three, what is really important to make sure that we have, that we're doing sincerely and authentically is where the mind is. If mentally we are completely correctly appropriated and oriented, it almost doesn't matter what we do with our physical or verbal aspects. They will actually, it'll come about in an unfabricated way. It'll be perfection as long as you have the mental aspect correct. Then the physical and verbal, it doesn't so much matter. All falls in line if you get the mental part correctly, if you really authentically do it, as we said earlier, with intense, devoted faith. Because if you think about it, maybe the mind is all over the place. Who knows where the mind is? But the body can still perform like just a beautiful physical posture of a beautiful prostration. The words can say the word of whatever is being recited. It might come out of the lips sounding perfect, but the mind isn't there. The mind is all over the place. And so then actually it is not a really full, proper prostration. So of the three, it's really important for us to get the mental part, it is authentic.
내염 딘디지 여비 갑달라 텔레장 셈데 마제지 셈라 뽀발레주 쪼알레주 아니 두시나 아니 마주 네텔란 돌렌제 투로와 셈데제 내나 네텔란 돌렌제 투마르와 뱀미스 개침버다 뽀바생데 뱀미스 개침버래.
So now in particular, at the time we find ourselves in the middle of a pandemic, it's very, very important also that we know what is beneficial for us, to what our mental state, what our mental attitude should be in order to be of most benefit. Actually, it's really important that you don't worry, actually. That we don't spend time in worry over this, but instead be confident, be brave, really feel strong about taking this on and getting through it. And willingly facing this in a strong and confident and a courageous way. That's very, very important. That is the way to get through it, because worry actually will take us down in a way where it's not beneficial for us. So we should not put our energy into worrying and maybe, fear, but be confident about this. And this is the way to get through it. And this is really, really important. Our mental attitude to make it through this is really an important point.
Why need to the tunde tradinjia? Shuke chembore. Mi lapatanya da tendi gunichi gyomarda peteka. Ani trading.
Kare chegi yomarela?
Mi lapatanya. Lapatanya da tendi macheche. Ani
mi shandala.
Oh, mi shandala. Ani tradinjia. Kala ju chembozaya. Ani semnala simri yoyaki samlodi guntang gyomare. Semna lada lamala ichichi. Nami enibe jidundremada gurun bochana da tembadan tendigi zungande eni tele kebiniba yobada ichigi teba tembo che dusindene zungande eni dusin bebya mibata zo chigina pebmiso pendoyore. This susula te semna tronang legidwa tegitibane.
And so, in reality, there are some things that also that we can do physically as well, mentally, physically. This is a time when we have to face the reality of what's out there in the world, and we have to understand what actions we need to take or avoid. So we have to be smart about it at this time, and we have to be really careful with our health. And we also need to follow the advice. The advice we're hearing is that we shouldn't be shaking hands. We shouldn't be holding hands with people. We should, if we want to greet them, we greet them from, this posture and at a distance, I might add. But so also we should be making sure we're really careful about our diet right now. Make sure that you're eating food that is very nutritious, rich in nutrients. These nutrients can also help you at this time, be of benefit to ward this disease off. And so we have to be, really distance ourselves from the causes that we know that, will, the causes of contamination, and that will cause this to transmit itself to us. So we have to be careful. And then we should hold great faith to our root Lama, to our teacher, to our deity, to our Yidam deity. We should have full trust and faith in our guru and in the deity and in the Buddha. We should understand their power and their ability, and we should have great faith to them. In having great faith in the words of our teachers and in the power of the deity, in this way we feel confident, we feel inspired, and we feel encouraged. And so this is the way we should focus.
Yeah, that do senteni chada chegina tana mazu nanglan zunde de shirage luila socha chagomara cha sana socha yungurwa
Sochasana?
socha de lujon luila exercise chagorwa.
Oh, Lutzel nangshin.
Lutzel, oh.
Lutzel,
And Lutzel ke samutane salgyo marta kanje tepache de cha chayena Lutzel rajin lengurwa.
Lasso. So also, as we're doing our prostrations at this time, it will be beneficial for us, because while we're engaged in prostrating, it's an offer of prostration for all the reasons we've talked about, and we're also engaging in our body in a way that brings it physical health, such as flexibility and blood flow and things like this, a little bit like exercise would do if we were exercising. But it's important that we don't look at prostration like exercise. We should orient the mind and the contemplations as we've been discussing, but it's important for us to also know that on the side, we are also, this is really good for our physical bodies.
야다 그래서 또수 löö지긴데 삼자긴데
So now,
삼자긴데 그들이
다 주적 개발에
주적 개발에
예탐파.
주택당 제가 아니도선
오 그래서 비문하나 그러면 나 주지데 아니 양 주지 제가 시나
라서 so so I mean tanda di parsen ani parsen yona yamana samsha keshila kerangi ani gonso parsing. So now, because we've already had an hour and a half, let's take a break for how many minutes? So why don't we take a 10-minute break? Everyone can have walk around a little bit, give your knees a break, as Shila is saying, and we can come back in about 10 minutes.
Yeah. Zufe, marme, any chukpa, tea, gande. Any jalze, romul, la sopa, that is all Lanayopa, Mushamyadere. Komambu or Mara, so Sena maybe one, Kazu, Yobade, Sem Tini Pitabuchini, Tape, Purguare. Metodela, the Tini. 무슨 삼다 이기 둘와서 되다 랑게 개와지니 다 이기 둘네 개와대네 베 개와지니 티 소남데 다두 야센 파텐로 소바텐이 이기 둘제 남가 깐다제 무슨 유윤주마다 요 말이네 이기 둘제 남가 깐다제 불다가야 이게 되게 라네 메피 쳐바래 오다 두스레 다데 메토텔라 투리 마인베 메토 고거래 Nengiri, Nduchingiri, Meto. Meto and pe Nakachi Maimba, Serboni, Wang, Ani, Carbole, Jiwatsunche, Serbola, Serbi Meto, Yebatsunche, Marbuto, Wang Sunche, and Tinin, Dusin, Tape, Sunday Manguer, take it. Dusin Metope, Minaso, Dusini. Puliate pe miswe ke chimbore. Dufe zede fedala ani lenki ki feyore koranta tanden danta shubba dalte zo kono kezam gini tima yorwa. Zede pe lenki ki tire. Teni lenki ki. Ta
lenki ki tri.
Oh lenki ki ti. Itela fedala ta lenki ani 다 맞아 그 제샤게 준도아 대샤 중기지래 왔다 디플리아데 양 둘이 마임바 피다 보고 구하래 내지 남이라 손다게 잠된다 안에 때리기 뛰고 구하래 아 마르메데라 다에 선dempe ngarando malache ndua noretine 인상 캔들 푸단 난디거와 로플 난디거와 마메 또 마르미데 아니 유팅긴 디부들라 또또 뭐 저와 치마들라 랑게미 살포용 거라 때미스바 개침보래
디 건다 아니 디 마르메기 콜라 야포 추마서
마르메데 살포 구구아래 살포 제데
오케이
아니 디 로그 로르 투만디거래 marjidi punandigore numjida punandigore karpunandigore ka ejigubore nasal site ote kechimba.
Okay. And so we have, in terms of making offerings, we have a couple of categories of making offerings. If we categorize them in this way, we can understand them in the twofold category of the surpassed and the unsurpassed offerings. And actually, when we talk about the surpassed offerings, these are the offerings that are actually arranged, things that we can ourselves acquire and set out as offerings, such as the traditional offerings of flowers and incense and lamplight and scented water and food and music, and so forth. So these are things that are actually offered. And it doesn't, it's not so important how much we offer, because actually there's we can add the mental aspect of increasing that by our own thought. So actually mentally created. So we can take this one single flower that we're offering, and we can imagine the sky filled with amazing flowers just to the extent of the reaches of space. And this would be when we have the mentally offered or the mentally created or visualized offerings. These are the unsurpassed offerings, unsurpassable offerings, because we can make them limitless with our mind. We can think about you know, the umbrellas and victory banners and all of the royal offerings filling the reaches of space, and make them as an offering, and their unsurpassed offering. And for example, we can know that when we're offering different kinds of flowers, then we can understand that it's not simply the flower that is being offered, but the white flowers. So we have the 4 enlightened activities, such as pacifying and magnetizing and increasing and so forth. So the white flowers are symbolic of the enlightened activity of pacification, and the red flowers of magnetizing, and the yellow flowers are the power of increasing, and so forth. So really, when we bring the mental element to our offering, it really, you know, takes it to much further reaches. And when then we have incense, and when we offer incense, we should offer incense of the finest of smells, the sense that, you know, the aromas that delight the senses. And so there's particular kinds of incenses that are really aromatic. If we think about things like sandalwood and juniper, for example, when those are burned, the smell is really quite exquisite. And so again, we offer these, you know, really exquisite scents. When we offer lamplight or butter lamps, you know, there are different kinds. We have those that are actually made with like melted butter or ghee, so they're actually a butter lamp with the wick. There are also these days those that have the, I guess they're kind of electric, or well, there's battery, you know, that doesn't actually have a substance, like that's melting, but still there's a wick, and there's that offering of light still. There's also electric lamps, there's wax, there's, you know, all different kinds. The most important thing is that it's an offering, like a pure offering of lamplight.
닝라 나설레 거래. 문바슬제 인상 이게 사무 동반이 튼 거래. 말이 그 문바슬이야.
And what's important is that when we understand about the lamplight, that what is that light illuminating? It's actually the illumination that clears away the darkness of ignorance. And so that's what the symbolic meaning, that's what it's represented, what it's representative of.
아니, 처음에야고 불리나 막 겨치마라 랑게 미데살 유팅긴 리부들라 랑게 미데살 붙이게 라고 하래. 겨치마라.
미기 루텐, 미기 루텐.
미 루텐 터비는데 미 살보용하라.
오.
된대기 펜도야.
When we offer butter lamps, these butter lamps, besides representing the clearing away the darkness of ignorance, also it's said that the offering of this clear light of butter lamps is the cause of attaining a human rebirth, and a human rebirth in particular with clear eyes.
Niriji pe chundini mi kyoboyongme niriji pe gesona mi salboyongda kyawangama chime mabupul tenegi nemin dibure lagore nangpe jejigedi
laso the migi wongpo ani
migi mongpo mi wongpo choe de kyawangama chime tensam pulbime tare lagore.
Yes. And so there are people that really have superior vision. You know, their vision is really, not only is it clear, you know, they really just have a power of like good, strong vision, whereas some people's, you know, vision is not so good. And for those that have really, you know, great vision, it's said that this was a sign of making these offerings in a past life, of making offerings of butter lamp offerings. And for those that have really poor vision, it's said that this is a sign that they did not engage in these offerings.
Ini marmeche eti de gande tabe chupade luila chupachina tanda mazo chupade pulina ani sande natti de tenigi chupapulina en kyawachima de la soso luila tijimbo yoyadan tatendege pe sultim tima pe sultim tima de tima shimbo tende kayare wada tenigi kyada ani lui zebo zango yoya wada tenigi pendo yare sonam saya ge yuja chade kanji sultim sunna tima shimbo kayare
di taka denso di sama di gande gi poliagi
odere oda tendere mata sange di pendo yamara pendo da ranga yoro akyawa chondela oda tendere pendo yare.
And so actually all of these making these offerings has implications for the future, as they are creating the cause of attaining different qualities in the future. And so when we're offering perfumed water, right, so we have this perfumed water that, you know, was an offering that was, you know, spritzed and offered to, for example, you know, in the past that was offered to kind of exalted guests or VIPs that came, and we would make offerings. But now we're offering them to the Buddha, and we're making this offering of perfumed water, such as like sandalwood, you know, a sandalwood scent, something that is really an exquisite aroma of perfume. It is said that actually this will bring about the cause in the future when one attains a human form, that one will have a really sweet scent, will really smell good, naturally just smell very good. And there's a term that is called the sweet scent attained from discipline. And so offering scented water creates the cause for this, as well as creating the cause that in one's future body one will have a fine form and like a handsome and beautiful appearance. And all of these offerings actually in some way are gaining, accumulating the cause of one of these great enlightened qualities, you know, a good quality for the future, which all add up for us to the level of Buddhahood eventually. But in particular, the offering of scented water brings forth sweet smell and a fine appearance.
Rogi ta jazi tupinala ta 간지 로 나가지 섬당 봐. 자서 로갸식도 로야 저디가 간지 섬당 거라 저디가 나는 누불라 줘야 되나? 나르와 큐와 카와 까와 차와 렌차와즈 로두여 자베 로두 로두 데라 아니 나르웨 큐와즈 두 신투투 제네 숨수투 디야요레 숨수투 데라 루실레 펜바 숨수투 이실레 펜바 숨수투 루시 신니깔레 펜바 숨수투 제데 구스나 로야자 예차고레
Kondak. The sumshu so drukne dene kari.
Tambo ron nagatuji.
Diserpoto dene
sumshu so ron nagarela. Ngarwe kiro ngarwe kawa ngarwe sawa ngarwe len sawa de drukji. Den ngarwa kiro ngarwa the do si tu zin doere.
Lasso.
Tu sumshu suduwa.
Lasso. Diserpoto.
This sumsuru de la Mazo Zana, Lucy Le Pemba Sumsuru Yongore, Lui Gela, Sumsuru Chagore, Penga.
Oh.
And he Isi Le Pemba. But the Zains and the Yitzmajin Gorwa. The Igi number Shebale Pengore. Young Igi number Shebala, the Penga Sumsuru Yongore.
Okay.
Then he Lucy Nigal Tumula Pay Sumsuru Yongore. What that do said, or get a yes, the teaching.
Oh, lasso. Dene tsama, ani tsama duna, dene gyadang get.
Yadage.
Yadage.
Sumjusuru was sumroa. Sumjusuru was sumla, Yadageroa.
Lasso. Dene yigidu shepa, ani lu, dang.
Oh, Yushile Pemba. Ishile Pemba.
Dene sumpa?
Iki number Shebala.
Yigi number shepa, disopodo.
Ishi Nida Tumula Pea.
Oh, lasso. Okay, that I see now. And so now we move on to the offering of food, or shaoze in Tibetan. And when we make our food offerings, we first have to understand the different aspects and qualities that are in food and what are the benefits that they bring. There's a term that we hear of the 100 tastes, something that is endowed with 100 tastes, and we first take a look at that. And we start first with the 6 basic tastes or flavors, such as sweet, sour, bitter, astringent, sweet, sour, bitter, astringent, salty, and I think I'm missing one, but anyways.
Kawa, Sawa, Lensawa.
I always miss one. Okay.
Sawa, Lensawa.
Sawa dang Lensawa gikeba kariorela.
Lensawa is the Pepe Giorda, Sabu Imbala. Pepe Zana Hagumara.
Lemon nangshin.
Oda lemon
nangshin.
Sabu Imbala, those Pepe Gior, can't you?
Okay, so I guess Geshe wants me to think about all these. Okay, so we have sweet and sour and bitter and astringent, salty. Okay, sweet, sour, bitter, astringent, salty.
The concept, YouTube.
Yeah, if we look it up in the dictionary, so I'm missing like one taste, sweet, sour. Can anyone think offhand of one taste I'm missing? Salty, bitter. Anyways, Mark, if you want to be looking it up in your dictionary while I will continue. So anyway, so there are these 6 basic tastes that are food that comprises our food. Food possesses these qualities. And so we have the first 6. Now to each of these 6, they can be multiplied by 6. So we can have like mixtures of them or combinations of them. So like, you know, something that is a little sweet and bitter together, for example, like all six they can kind of be combined. And so we go from 6 to 36. So really there are 36 different qualities of taste that food can possess. Now, as we take these in, also they benefit our, you know, they affect or benefit the mind consciousness or the physical aggregates, the physical body. And so there are 36 to the mind consciousness and 36 to the physical that apply to the physical. And then there are 36 that apply benefit to both together. All together with these 36s, we have 108. So 36, yeah. So then we come to the 108. And that when they talk about the 100 tastes, that's what they're speaking about.
아니 다 맞아 추바 장도 갈라 추비나라 다가서 빠또도지 두스 야샤 마레스 에나라 가르숨 가르숨즈다 잡거래 가르숨 세디갈라 가르레 아니 조 오마 마르숨들라 가르푸숨라레 장지 아니 카라 부람즈 카라 세디갈라 맞아 로슈 거라기도
brown sugar, raw sugar.
Oh, raw sugar. Mone chana tanda jimo zei gemne zesha kya to mare. Mone raw sugar mone de go de.
Oh, la so trangse
ani. Jangzi. Puram khara puram sumte pisum de la nganmo sum la re.
La so.
Ti gala.
Dipol go re.
Ti okay ti chupina lu go re. Inji minji.
Lu. Oh, la so.
Oh, mar oma jo teni 장지 카라 뿌람 대주숨데 루데 루고래 대간라 장부투즈데 멘투 루야야래 맞을 다즈 쳐봐도지 저차게도 지고 말해 루야 맨나투야래 맨나투 여야다 가르잖아 아니 주광들이야래 주광데 레파레 펜포래 레파 냠소나 레피 menjiri
So di men karela?
Zamputu yare, zampu.
La so disopodo.
Zamputu di chukang zari chi yare, karpoji.
Chukang.
Oh, chukang yare. Karpoji yare, kanchi thala karpoji yare. Di lepa, mazo lepa nyam sona, lepa soya la menje.
La so.
Yabo yare. Ani zadi zane ning naza yona, ning soya la pe pembo yare. Lungla pembo ne ningla pembo yare. Zadi ning gi zampo la. Teni
di men shandak di pana di men chik rube mendruk.
Mentu yare, men nakatu yare.
Okay. Kaka.
Kaka tu.
Oh, la so.
Tela zampu tu zane. Maju kopena la pe no tu la peyake mentu nakatu re.
Chik lapa pengi ore, dene chik ningang lung pengi ore.
Chi kalma pengi ore.
Kama sana?
Kalma ngazo kalma kilni.
Kelma. Oh, kelma.
Oh. Ti karazana ngazo pogela sumen lagre. Injina karala gudela. Ngompuji arti kishota.
Inji kela yena.
Yore. Ti kishota. Ngompu chage ngompu jamgud.
Oh, so.
결혼사야지요. 어디로부터니요? 잘루야. 뭐 정군데. 간제 장부도 맨 나가두요. 레스. 길로고.
오케이.
아니 대강라 맨치즈레 양맨 나가 야데 예진지 루야요. 어떤 데서 강가 신이 되니 초바데 장구거와. 육점만 붙은 거래. 나가서 말해.
Mhm.
Any of that day about Gora.
Mhm. Mhm. Tanda batu gyona?
La.
Tanda batu injikela gyona? Tanda?
Mare. Tagazu Pato Zisha Jomares. Then a Ligipja Mambo take water, Gipja Mambo Tang waters,
Lasso.
Marfusum, Zambutu,
Yeah.
and Menche, take it get. Then is so word.
Lasso. Not so so. Ani sogyo sogomare.
Mare, Mazu, Zugura, Jazz, Zugudo, Chopa,
Lasso. Oh,
Guliaji.
lasso.
What then I give that and the Guguares?
Oh, lasso. Lasso. Tanda partu di gyona? Na di gyona injikela consola.
Okay, or Zambutu Lashan degree. 6 medicine Latan degree.
Yeah, jela ani lobsam namgyal ani rana dane jela.
Jagul tingle tencho.
Lasso.
Injituke Hakumasum.
Oh,
Niltencho,
yeah.
Niltengiri. Thank
Okay.
Koran Tona and Jaman Nilteng was.
Lasso. And so now again we have these food offerings, and as we've, as Geshe La has explained, with these 100 tastes, it's not just any food, that there's qualities to food, and these foods also, benefit, have benefit, or these different tastes have benefit physically and mentally. So we recognize that. But when we make our offerings, so we make like it's a shause, it's a little like a torma cake or an offering cake of some kind that we make. It's very important that there are certain elements that we add to that. It's not just about the shape or about putting something on our altar as an offering. So it said that one of the elements that we need to have complete are the 3 whites and the 3 sweets. And when we speak about the 3 whites, then the substances that you'll want to add to this mixture are, so these would be the 3 whites: yogurt, milk, and butter. And then the 3 sweets: honey, raw sugar, and molasses. And so those would be the 3 whites and the 3 sweets. But also then we have to add then the 6 excellent medicines. They're called the 6 excellent medicinal substances. And right now, I think they may be looking for the words in English because I don't know of these medicinal substances. But in any event, Geshe La said that there are 6, what are called the 6 excellent medicinal substances. One of them in particular is very beneficial for the brain. One of the other substances is really beneficial to the heart and wind, so like the cardiovascular system, and the pulmonary, like the heart. And then the kidney, one of the medicine is very good for the kidney. Anyways, there are 6 altogether. These 6 excellent medicinal substances should be also included in your food offering, in your shause. So it's really important that you take all of these and really make a fine torma cake, because all of these need to be added and made very nicely.
Ta susu khala zadi galarwa khala de chegala koregebne ani zawaina luishile penyala shira kebriore lagare filmi
Ani
maget
sogyapna
mazu chewangbo de te mi banaje lagare te mi ba shorhuzure ndigala dus chene te indigal chegala kato koregabena ani pe rui nubajara chichi te luishile shivoji pemboare.
And it said that, for example, in terms of we're speaking about food and its qualities and its benefits, When we eat food, actually, the longer we can chew it, masticate it, work it around our mouth so that it actually, the longer we keep it in our mouths, actually, the more beneficial it gets in terms of absorbing the nutrients and doing, like giving us physical health and physical benefit. Because Geshe is saying that on the tongue, there's a lot of little, he said, like eyes, I guess in English we would call them taste buds, receptors. And it's really important that the food is has the longest period of time meeting with those receptors. And so it's important that we really chew for a long time until it really can, all of this can be released, and then we swallow it.
Ene rolmo da ta rolmo puliare ta rolmo da ni ta ma dang rolmo dang pion dang sinyen dang ani tungkar dang ta tene dra mangbo tingsha dang dra mangbo yores te kare puna ani be chik phage chape gone mapulije one na la raji me ba demar me ba tene zimbe gone pulna pendo yong gore te jibe.
And then we have the offering of sound, the offering of music, of beautiful sound. And whatever sound it can be, there are the percussion instruments such as drums, and then there are string instruments, and there are cymbals, and so forth. There are, I don't know if there's English, but like tingshas, little cymbals. And so whatever musical offering it is would be okay. But we should make an offering within the state of understanding of the non-substantial existence of sound.
What? Sonde nalatan deunga zunda tiro retangade deungware. Ani ngoso chamba nyunyu mane menai ikitune mangbo ikitune mangbo de tate ikituli on the gala do jatsen paten la sobatende itune puna lana mepi choba seti chagore. Ani dabe zume choba dabe mazume choba choba puliala soso injimi nyogo mara deba metajena semding pulishana tat soso sonam sangore. 다베 줌을 쳐봐, 다베 머줌을 쳐봐. 소소히 르기 좋나? 플레이 유 라마타요. 소소 삼리기 좋나? 그거 삼 와. 인지민지 배샤다는 요거예요 말했어. 다베 머줌을 쳐봐도 배샤다는 요거예요 말해. 가봐이네 닌지보다 본절에 닌그리 비되는 불샤는 소소 손음지 살고 와래.
Ani dine lu pulia di kola kare so
reza da jaba puliare.
Oh, lu long to
Reza da jaba puliare.
Yeah. And so these are the different offerings, the offerings of the 5 sense pleasures, where we have made the offering of form and sound and smell and taste and sensation. And so it's not something like that necessarily when we make offerings, it's not something that we actually have to go out and buy, because this is really something that we can, well, first of all, it's very important that we offer it with true, utter sincerity. That's the most important thing, to have a real, sincere mind of offering this. That is most important. And then actually from within that mental state, you can offer whatever you would, whatever you can think of can be offered. This can be something that is owned or not owned. If you see something beautiful or think something beautiful, in that moment, with that thought, you can offer it. It said when it comes to the mind-emanated offerings that some of the royal offerings, such as the victory banners and the great umbrellas and victory banners and the royal attributes, if we offer these, mentally offer these, it is said to be a very superior offering. But what we should know is we don't have to go out and buy anything. We just have the mental wish to offer our own body and all of our own physical possessions and enjoyments. But it's all we own and all that we don't own. Whatever it is can be offered. So there's no need to necessarily spend money on this, on these offerings.
Lui tend to puliade misiba ko bachambare. Yawa tamje sangi jindin je madayo marwa. Sangi la. Sangi the janju sebata to gombenola jindin je mata sangi omar. Sangi katugi the jindin chingin la. The jindin chiga rang lui the jindin jila pulishana sangi la pulishana so lui la danzin legu mare. Sangi nguli kapja de sangi waya de yomarwa. Suzin pulishana so danzin chungu war.
And so when it comes to the wish that we actually offer up our own body, our own physical existence, this is really a superior offering. We are fully giving ourselves, offering our body because we're thinking about others in that moment. And actually there is not a Buddha who has attained enlightenment that has not done it based upon the wish of benefiting others. It's actually they benefited others for the purpose of enlightenment, and they actually achieved enlightenment through benefiting others. And so in the moment that we actually offer our own body, then in that moment there's no self-clinging. And so it's not like the Buddha, was protective of his physical body. Actually, the Buddha attained enlightenment based on giving to others, fully giving in a way that one would give their own body. So the wish to mentally to offer one's own body actually has great benefit, great merit, and in that moment also then self-clinging is decreased.
Anita Pudigala, Julam Rama Chechene, Mopana, Songori some Tangio Marazara. Kapachami Chase the Galan, Jibula Mareba Jukuare, Jibula Rama Gachene. Suzuki, Nanta Chedane, Diburanching Yunguro, you feed up Channel, Dibu feed up Yomarwa. Dibula Reva Jamna songs on the Chavare. Songs of the party, Danatsuji Leyorwa. Papa said in the two Zambaji Leyorwa. That there is some Tangio Mares. Then they treat a Yarangi Jetugoroa. Niente the Ranga get and they choose the Jetugoroa. And there's some Tangomara. Tepachumi choose the Dibula Mareba. Then in Namila Mareba, and it's in any Pulguar. Ningu repeating it. And in Gencha never told me. Nala Rajime Pachene. Tomoyana, you don't win a Motuba Telegepe, Zamotombani, Luetzi Zimbe on a Pulguar.
So as we're making these offerings, be it actually arranged or mentally created offerings, it's very important that we do so without any thought of the result. And if we are thinking at all about a result or getting something from it, this is nothing but like doing business. So we should make all of our offerings without wish for any return or fruition. And we should do it so with an impeccable, pure mind of really wishing to offer that. And it's very, very important that we don't do it like it's a business transaction, like we're giving you this, but we're wishing to get something back. And that's a very important point. This was the way, a kind of more of an attitude of the hearers or the solitary realizers. But we should do so free of two things: the wish for any fruition and the wish for like to gain or free of any result or fruition, and free of any attachment or clinging. So meaning free of any attachment or clinging, meaning that we should offer from within a state of understanding the non-essential nature, that there is no essence to our act and to the object that we are giving to. We should see that they are naturally unestablished, and so we should offer without any clinging to any true establishment and without any wish for a return or fruition. For when it's business, it's a transaction. We're giving something, but then also we're taking something back. We're wishing to get something. And this is something that we should avoid.
Lamegi chogatana jingilaveda ahung sumdere de la yomares.
La yomare.
Tele manga, tele
Oh, lasso. Oh, okay.
Yomares.
La yomare. Oh, lasso.
Oda te yaksho de tape ahung sumdere. Ahung sumde ta gijudigala wang judigala lagdo hung lagdo. Nisum chingiladaga hung lagdo. Digi kartingor hung de hage chobe zedena deje medo inada karipulina hung de tin chobe zenandeni tamalwe nangwadang tamalwe jembadang any jing and badang wrong and badang masu tape charging yorwa masu yudan nyo insan charging yorwa oda tigi kanga 장신 따송서 베트게 매 차송서 삼당고 거래 공 갖다 주는 게 그냥 방서대 지망만 봐 오다 타말에 나신 계속 가야 해.
And so we must offer these substances or mentally visualized offerings completely free of any clinging or fixation. Actually, it's said that there is nothing higher than blessing the offering substances with the mantra Om Ahung. Besides this reciting this mantra, that there is nothing higher than that. For example, this is the blessing mantra that blesses these substances. For example, when we are receiving empowerment, we hear the mantra Hung A Om. And with Hung A Om, we understand with Hung. Hung is the seed syllable that completely purifies the offering substance, completely purifies it free from anything that we would cling to. It becomes a completely pure substance with the mantra. And with Hung, we understand that there's no inherent good smell or good taste or good form. It is completely purified of all that. So with this Hung A Om, or this Om Ahung, we purify our offering substances into a completely pure substance that would be free of anything that we could cling to.
Dianne, I'm sorry, were we still waiting for the translation of the medicines? The medicine substances?
I don't know. Were you looking that up? Did you find it?
I found all 6 of them.
Okay.
So they are bamboo juice, saffron, cloves, nutmeg, cardamom, and Chinese cardamom.
Okay.
Chugang,
could you type that into chat? Oh.
Yes, I will.
Okay,
Oh.
good. That would be great. then I think it can stay after if people want to copy. Or maybe you did.
Julie did. Thank you,
Oh,
Julie.
someone, thank you, Julie.
Number 1, Chugang is bamboo juice.
Okay, she has
It does not
gargon.
have
Okay.
Chugang is bamboo juice.
Okay. Okay, I see.
And
Mm-hmm.
Gurgum is saffron, not safflower.
Yeah. Yeah, saffron. Yeah, gorgum.
그럼 침밥해 뭐래? 침밥에 미스베야.
It really helps the kidneys.
침밥.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Chimba.
The
liver.
the liver.
Liver.
The liver. Mm-hmm.
다 되지. 다 아들와 아들 더 접이제는 되지. 아니 루싱온 줄송 삼삼당 거. 다만 왜 되지? 상기 쳐두고 말와. 문화 상기 다만 왜 되지? 상기 쳐두고 말와. 아들 딘 접이제는 되지. 루싱온 줄송 삼삼당 거래. 다때는 배 망부 삼부 당해요. 예, 루시 도버제데 루시 아니 배 가사 너도 야자 캄바임 봐. 아니 사와페 뉴바데 딱 산티 너도 리바데 루타나 주도야. 아니 로데 카디잉엔 데니 삼당고 와.
Okay, gonda keshila di sama ani sopo hako masong di agi chupe di dutse jor. Pena yeshegi dutse jor.
어, 이시기 두세.
Yeshegi dutse jor ani dene jal ani talmapa.
아데 접이제는 되지. 이시기 두신기로 와.
Laso.
루시디긴 너한테 간리지 그래서 내가 야자 깜박 짝골다나 캔슬 차기도 와.
Oh, kumdok
자기
Oh,
너
kumdok. Oh, laso.
마르셀 존지 딘디 샤도 그래.
Oh, laso. Yeah.
아전 딘디 샤 그래.
Laso.
너한테. 아니 로데 카디리 비터 카디. 아니 뉴바데 딱 사고래. 너루다나 리발루다나 준로야. 딘디기 뉴바지요. 딘디 유르송 삼당고 와.
So when we've talked about this Om Ahum, and when with the syllable Ah, then we think that this offering substance has now been purified and purified into wisdom nectar. And this, for example, we would not offer like an ordinary substance to the Buddha. We would order this, completely pure substance. So now we have this nectar, or this wisdom nectar, which has the qualities in color of being maser, is being like a light, like a dusty pinky brown, like a pink color. And then its taste is bitter. And then its power is heat. And so it has these three qualities. So now we have this purified nectar with these three qualities.
온데 접해지는 되지. 되니 다 망부 펠송선 삼당 거래.
Omgi.
망부 펠야. 망부 펠야데 망부 루드야게 삼당이야 말이야. 자와까지 최대나 조야 긴명인지 삼당 거래. omgi mangpe pelje pewar gyose tere teni rode ngarmore teke khati jimba ani do te karpore lisin do te karpo ani nibaden rabore sabo
sabore
oda teni jire
om
oda dijana ta tini 다 주스 숨전 러시아 계속 탕체기 길이 아니 샤바데 제마지 제고
and so when we say Om over our offering substance, then Om is the syllable that increases. This has an increasing effect on the offering substance. So now the nectar becomes vast and inexhaustible. And the flavor is sweet, and the color is white, and the power is still heat. It has the power of heat. And so that is a little bit about the syllables of Oma Hung and the transformation of the offering substance. And so now it's already been a few hours. It's now 9 o'clock. So Geshe-la says we will leave the next branch for the next time, and maybe stop here for tonight. So confession, so we'll pick up with the branch of confession. And again, confession is a very, is really quite an important branch here.
아니,
Okay. So we'll finish, yeah. So it's late, you're probably tired. Geshe-la says, let's stop here and we can pick up and do confession next time. Has this been helpful, everyone? Geshe-la is wondering. Has this been good for everyone?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No, thank you only no enough. Now dedication.
Yeah.
Hari Rāli Purvejim Penda Deva Malin Jungwe Tere Devan Tenzin Jabe Siddhi Bardo Tenju Jambal Pawe Chita Kimpa Kundo Zambo Degan Deshinte Teta Kungi Jisu Dalo Yawan Dida Tamche Ratu Isumshibi Yawa Tamche Kama Chaktu Nakarte Wajing Deve Kawan Dikun Zambo Chuchi Ratu Araki.
In the land encircled.
In the land encircled by snow white mountains, source of all happiness and benefit, flows in your person, remain until samsara ends. Just as the Bodhisattva Manjushri attained omniscience and Samanta Bhadra too, so now do I dedicate these merits, train and follow in their footsteps. As all the victorious Buddhas of past, present, and future praise dedication as supreme, so now I too dedicate these sources of my merit for all beings to perfect good action.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Geshe-la.
Thank you,
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone. See you next time.